boy, what's going on? Rob E, what's up, man? What's good? Heck no, they ain't bring my camera. They ain't even show up. They just reinstated my sentence. State police ain't even show up, man. What's going on, Miss Brown? I'm back, y'all. they had me sent down for 2 months. Two two little months, you feel me? Yeah. I'm back though. They thought they I don't know what they thought they was gonna do. They was gonna give me life or something. Tina, I appreciate that. Hold on, y'all.
Unable to place call on your Bluetooth phone.
Appreciate y'all. I was locked up by Baltimore County again. Again for the same charge. Minneapolis, what's going on? I was locked up in Baltimore County again for the same charge that I did 30 days back in May for trespassing. Hold up. I think I put my tape up in here. Trespass from a public agency, and they try to slip another little charge in there, failure to disobey a law officer. Damn, I don't even know what the heck I did with my paperwork. Hold up, y'all. John, what's going on? Good morning, man. Trespass from doing the video. D Barnes said, "What's up, shorty? Saw you at the car wash." What's up, D Barnes? Good to see you too, Minneapolis. Yeah, that's that petty ass charge, man. Y'all want to know the crazy part about it though? When they locked me up, I was doing the video, right? Man, they petty than petty. I was doing the video out here in St. Mary's County. This little drunk girl. Y'all done seen her a couple of times in my video before. She always starting stuff with people, right? So I don't know if somebody punched her in her mouth or what, but her lip was bleeding. So the police telling her that she's trespassed from the property and she need to go stand on the sidewalk. So they telling her this about 15 times, y'all. I got it recorded on probably about 2 videos ago. They telling her she trespassed from the property. She need to get off the property, go stand on the sidewalk. She flip it. Oh, I don't want to be on YouTube. I don't want to go viral. I don't want to go viral. I don't want to be on YouTube. So she running from the camera, right? She running from the camera. So it went from them telling her that she trespassing, she need to get off the property, to them coming up to me, "Oh, Javon, you got a warrant through MSP. We need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back, this, that, and the third." I'm like, man, hold on. They like, nah, ain't no hold on. The warrant is already confirmed, right? They telling me that the warrant is already confirmed. So they had a good morning, call Hood. They had a Maryland State Police to come pick me up from the location I was at. That was in front of the Canopy Liquor Store. Anybody that know about St. Mary's County, Lexington Park, came the state trooper came and picked me up from the Canopy Liquor Store. Right, it took him 40 minutes. He take me down there to the barracks to get the paperwork and the warrant that I had. Right, so. Yeah, the same police that locked me up was the guy that I don't know if y'all remember. I did a video when 2 police officers couldn't contain a man. They told the dude stop resisting and all of this. They kicked him in the back of their head. Then they wanted me to make a statement for their supervisor. He was the same one that locked me up, the weak police officer that couldn't contain the dude, right? So he came and said, oh, you got to warrant through MSP. We need you to put your hands behind your back, do this, that, and the third. So like I said, it took him 40 minutes for the state trooper to get there. The state trooper come, take me all the way down to the barracks or whatever, right? A lot of y'all not. Me and the trooper was in front of the barracks for like an hour and a half because he keep calling his sergeant or whatever. The sergeant saying, "Oh, we ain't get the warrant yet. It probably be about 15 more minutes." He said you could take him to the jail. He said, "Oh, you could wait outside." He said you could take him to the jail, but the jail might not accept him because we don't have a warrant, right? They searching name when they wasn't dead for you because they wanted you to leave. Hey, Rob E., you already know it. Listen, though. So we get down to the jail. Like I said, we in there for an hour and a half. Sergeant said, look, we ain't got the warrant. You feel me? Baltimore County ain't sent a warrant. So you can take him to the jail. The jail might not accept him because you don't have the warrant. He said, oh, you can wait out there a little bit longer and I'll send you the warrant. He said, but if you take him to the jail, I will email you the warrant, right? So he like, all right, we sat out the jail for probably about 15, 20 more minutes. We sat out in front of the barracks for like 20 minutes. They take me to the jail. Well, all together, I was in front of the barracks for damn near an hour and a half, probably 2, waiting for the paperwork. He take me to the jail. They got me handcuffed to a little bench or whatever, sitting right there in like the little processing room. So I'm out there. They're like, oh, I hear the state trooper come from the back. He's like, yeah, his car parked in front of the vape planet, Sarge. This, down the third. So the sergeant like, oh, okay, whoop. He get off the phone with him. And he said to me, well, before he get off the phone with the sergeant, he said to me, he's like, hey, Devon, your car still parked in front of the vape planet? Cause I'm like, yeah, but I had my people to move my car cause I ain't want them to tow it, right? So I'm like, yeah, but I'm telling him that you know what I'm saying, like to see what he talking about. So he like, yeah, Sarge, his car still parked in front of the vape planet, whoop. So he like, oh, all right. So he get off the phone, he tell the CO, he like, I could see the disappointment leave his face. He like, man, we gonna have to let him go. So the CO look at him like, appreciate it, Edwin. CO look at him like, huh? Like he was crazy. He like, yeah, man, we gonna have to let him go. He said, my sergeant said Baltimore County don't want to send a warrant. So he said, effort, let him go. Y'all, they took me back to my car, or where my car was parked at, right? Get out there. Ain't nobody out there. This probably like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Get out there. Guess who out there? The same girl that they came there, that the sheriffs came there for, telling her she's trespassed from the property. She need to leave the property and all that. Guess what? She was still out there when I left, y'all. And it's about 2-3 hours later. You feel me? This like 2-3 hours later. So y'all locked me up. Y'all locked me up because y'all said I had a warrant out Baltimore County. Then y'all let me go. But the person y'all came for, y'all telling her she trespassed from off the property. She need to get off the property. Y'all don't take her to jail. But I get out of jail 2 hours later, and the same girl y'all came there for, she's back out there on the property and all that. I just want y'all to know, St. Mary's County police, sheriffs, whoever, Maryland State Police, I'm on y'all ass. Right? So I get out there, she see me, and when she see me, she act like she seen a ghost. She like, oh man. She like, you back out here? I'm like, yeah. So I see her and I leave, right? You were the priority. Listen, this the crazy part about it, because a couple of days before I got locked up, right? I was out there smoking, right? I'm out there smoking a J. This when the man got hit on the little scooter, the little wheelchair scooter. So I said, look, I said, man, I'm gonna walk down the street a little bit, smoke my J. I say, because even though weed is about to be legal in the state of Maryland in June of this year, I still ain't want no. You know what I'm saying? I already knew St. Mary's County trying to lock me up for any and everything they can. Dude pulled me over. A couple of weeks before that, dude pulled me over for no apparent reason at all. Hagerstown 420, what's up, man? You already know what I'm about to do. But look, dude pulled me over a couple of weeks before that, pulled me over and said that my tag light was out, right? Got out the car and everything, checked my tag light. Wasn't nothing wrong with my tag light, y'all. Both of my tag lights was working properly. I filed a complaint. I guess they seen that I was out of jail, right? So they just sent me an email from the complaint that I made and said, basically, they said that the situation was unfounded, basically saying that the man didn't do nothing wrong. He pulled me over for illegal stop, lied about it, said he pulled me over because my tag light was out. I got out, showed the camera, both my tag lights. Wasn't nothing wrong with my tag lights, right? So fast forward, the man get killed on Great Mills Road that was driving a wheelchair, a little mobile wheelchair. He get killed. He get hit and killed. So I'm out there smoking a J. I'm like, man, look, I'm gonna walk down the street a little bit because they trying to lock me up for anything, right? Smoke my J or whatever. 2 days later, I get locked up because they say I got a warrant out Baltimore County. Now the warrant was, I ain't know nothing about the warrant, right? Because like I told y'all, when I got locked up back in May for the 30 days, they locked me up, right? But I appealed the case. They knew what they was doing. I got the paperwork to go to the first court date, but for the appeal, they did not send me no paperwork, right? So I get locked up that night. They let me go because Baltimore County didn't send it. They ain't want to send a warrant over, right? The next day, I called down to Catonsville Courthouse, that's in Baltimore County, just to confirm it. You feel me? I confirmed it. The lady was like, she tried to tell me I had about 3-4 different warrants. I had a warrant in St. Mary's County. I had a warrant in Baltimore County. Another warrant, I think it was in Cecil County. I'm like, man, look, you got the wrong person because, yeah, I'm going to see. I'm on it. Cause you know what I'm saying? Now this is becoming harassment now. And I'm filing all these complaints and they not doing nothing about them. Every complaint I file, y'all, now they always say that the officers didn't do anything wrong, that the complaint was unfounded. Ever since I made that complaint on that officer that let the drunk lady go that had an accident on Peg Road. And then she left the accident scene and went and bought alcohol. So ever since then, it's been unfounded, right? I filed a complaint against the dude, Daniel Holesnuts. You know what I'm saying? Filed a complaint on him because he out there trying to solicit a trespass. Now that I filed a complaint on him, I FOIA requested the body camera, right? I don't know how. Let's just say the body camera is about 15 minutes long. The whole video is on mute for about 14 minutes. You feel me? The person that answered the complaint, right, when I filed it against Daniel Holesnuts, was Melissa Green, big FAT Miss Piggy in the face looking ass. Her big ass answered the complaint. And she was the one that was out there when everything was going on. She trying to play dumb. I got a video of the situation. I'm gonna upload that video too. Man, hey Rob, you know why I was muted, because they sitting there talking about some stuff they ain't supposed to be talking about. He trying to get me to trespass from off of property, and when he go talk to the property manager, he telling her, oh well, what about him? She like, oh nah, he's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't do nothing. He just walk past the property when he down here, whatever, woo the woo. So he was mad about that. You feel me? That's why they muted the body camera. Because they know Daniel Holesnuts was in the clear room, right? Then fat girl Melissa, she answering the complaint that I filed. I'm having an interview with her. She playing dumb the whole time. Oh, Javon, I don't know what was going on because I was with this person. Your big ass know what was going on. Stop playing dumb, right? That's the same day that Holesnuts took my tags, right? So I ain't tripping. I already knew what it was gonna be. You feel me? Especially with them. But I ain't tripping. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm gonna file a complaint. That's not even with the county. I'm gonna file a complaint on the county, but it's gonna be with another damn, I ain't got nothing. So look, like I said, I called down to Baltimore County just to confirm the warrant. Lady like, oh yeah, you missed court November 16th. Remind y'all, this was December 6th, I think it was. You had a court date for December 16th. They gave you an FTA, put a bench warrant out for your arrest. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I told my girl, I'm like, man, look, I'm gonna go turn myself in. Y'all know my son's first birthday was December 17th. This was December 6th. So I'm like, look, I'm gonna go down there, turn myself in, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen from there, right? I turned myself in St. Mary's County Jail, right? The big old fat commissioner lady, she held me on no bond. I told her everything, ma'am. I didn't get no paperwork to go to court. You feel me? They locked me up yesterday and let me go because Baltimore didn't want to send them the warrant. I turned myself in. She said, oh, well, I feel like you're a flight risk and you ain't gonna show up for court. Okay, cool. Had to wait till the next day. For a bond review. I go to see the judge or whatever. The judge say, I tell the judge everything. My public defender even said it, that she don't even see it in the system nowhere where they send me the paperwork to go to court, right? Why the judge gonna tell me, well, I should have been in contact with my public defender because that's my fault that I missed court? First of all, anybody that know that had any type of legal trouble, you feel me? Any type of legal trouble, you don't know who your public defender is until you go to the court 5 minutes before your court date. You feel me? You don't know who your public defender is. You talk to your public defender that day. So when she said that, I already knew what it was. She tried to fake like she had pulled out Baltimore County. Oh yeah, because I used to work in Baltimore County, so I'm gonna have it for them to come pick you up. And when they come pick you up, you go to court the next day. That was on a Thursday, right? Friday, Baltimore County sent a state trooper to come get me. He came and got me, right? Took me all the way to Baltimore County. Man, zero communication with public pretenders. Exactly. So the state trooper from Baltimore County came and picked me up, right? Baltimore sent the state trooper to come pick me up, right? From the Golden Ring Barrack. Black dude. Young dude, was good, Lou. He on the phone the whole time, texting, doing all this. Just like the time the dude took me to jail. He going 80 on the 45. He texting. He doing this. He doing that. He on the laptop. He trying to get overtime and all that. So we sitting at a light on 301, right? I'm a prisoner, right? I'm a prisoner. My hands is cuffed behind my back, seatbelt on and all that. So I'm uncomfortable. He on his phone, right? Texting the whole time. The light turned green, right? So I ain't say nothing. The car that was in front of us, probably like a mile and a half away, he looked up and then looked at me. Oh man, you wasn't gonna say nothing? Why am I gonna do your job, sir? Tell me that. So he take me to the jail out of Baltimore County. Baltimore County Jail is MESSED. Messed up. It's effed up. Baltimore County Jail is effed up, right? Like people in Baltimore County Jail right now is going through cruel and usual punishment, y'all. Let me tell y'all why. You know, I get there. I get on the processing unit, which is 4Q. 4Q is basically like a big old cell that got 7 beds in there, right? 7 beds in there. So you in there with 6 other people, right? That's just for processing for, supposedly you supposed to be quarantining for 10 days, right? So I quarantined on 4Q for 5 days. Then they sent me to another quarantine unit, which is 3Q, right? Go to 3Q for another 5 days. Another cell. It got 8 cells in there, but each cell got 7 bunks in there. Feel me? I'm in that joint cooling. I get to jail, I kick my feet up. I got money on the phone, and I had commissary. I was in there good, right? So then they take me to the housing unit. The housing unit I was on was called 3A, y'all. 3A is messed up. When I say this joint is messed up, I just seen a dude in there. Remind y'all, this is a county jail, right? This is a county jail. Baltimore County Jail is effed up, right? It's filled with a whole bunch of African COs that ain't worth SHIT, right? Filled up with a whole bunch of African COs. This is a county jail, but the things that's going on in prison is happening in the county jail. I ain't lying. I just seen a dude get stabbed. Dude get stabbed by, he got into it with some white dude. The dude was a Muslim. He got stabbed up, cut damn near half his nose off, y'all. Poked him up in the chest, his stomach, and his back. Like, he got stabbed over 8 times. Remind y'all, why he is getting stabbed, right? The CO that's in the bubble is looking, and the nurse was looking because she was handing out medication. So the CO was looking, and the nurse, right? They both looking at this dude getting stabbed, right? Tell me why they ain't sent no other COs to come in there and get that dude until this happened at like 11 o'clock in the morning, right? The COs didn't come back until like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all. That's how bad it is in there, right? Of course, dude ain't trying to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody about to Ain't nobody about to snitch like, yeah, I just got stabbed by these dudes, whoop the whoop. Cause you know when a situation like that happen, they gonna lock down the whole unit. You feel me? So we was on lockdown. That was like we was on lockdown 5 times. I was there, y'all. I was there for 2 months. We was on lockdown 5 times. First time we got on lockdown, cause the dude got stabbed. The Muslim brother got stabbed, right? That was the first time. We was on lockdown for about 3, 4 days, 3, 4, or 5 days, right? In our cell all day long. We ain't come out for an hour or nothing. You feel me? Like nobody was coming out. When you be on lockdown, you're at least supposed to come out your cell for an hour. You feel me? You supposed to come out, take a shower. You supposed to use the phones, but they did not turn the phones on. You feel me? First time we got locked down. Second time we got locked down, a dude coming in. You know, they bring dudes in that joint down there. If the unit ain't full, they bring dudes in there. So 2 dudes came in that joint, right? I guess he heard about the dude getting stabbed, right? So they bring cleaning supplies so you could clean up the unit, clean up your cell or whatever. You feel me? It's a metal mop. Like the mop got a metal handle and all that, right? He takes the mop into his cell and try to break a piece. He broke a piece of the metal off the mop so he could make a knife. You feel me? So he could make a knife. Later on that day, they come get the mop and all the cleaning supplies. Then they come back. We out for wreck. You feel me? We're using the phones. While I was on the phone, the CO like, y'all gotta lock it in. Lock it in. So we sitting there like, lock it in for what? You feel me? Like, lock it in for what? Like, we just got off of lockdown a couple of days ago. Now we about to be, you talking about lock it down, lock in. So everybody bucking like, for what? So the sergeant coming in like, oh, well, we missing a piece of metal from one of the mops. So, you know, we're gonna have to do a shakedown, or we're gonna have to search y'all, right? So this is what they do. It was 20 cells. Each cell got 2 bunks in it. You feel me? So that's 40 people. That's 40 people, right? So they do that, lock everybody down. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in that joint flushing stuff down the toilet and all that. They come get you out your cell. They take you in the shower. They take one person in the shower. Then they leave the other person in the cell. Make you strip search. Drop your damn clothes. They want you to bend over and cough, right? Remind you, these are all African COs. Then they take you to the visitation joint. It's another sergeant over there. They asking you, hey, do you feel safe on the unit? Like, is anybody threatening you or this, that, or third? Of course, ain't nobody gonna say, yeah, no, I don't feel safe. You feel me? So everybody, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? With the whoop, they take you back to the cell, lock you down, right? We on lockdown for another 3, 4 days, right? Again, we get off of lockdown, whatever. A week later, it's like every week for 5 weeks. Every week for 5 weeks, we was on lockdown. The second week was, well, the third week we was on lockdown because they tried to say another mop was missing, y'all. So we was on lockdown for another 3 to 4 days, right? We on lockdown another 3 to 4 days, right? And can't nobody get no commissary. We supposed to be taking walks. You know what I'm saying? Like each cell supposed to take a walk for an hour or have rec time for an hour by themselves. Nobody was not doing that. Nobody was taking showers, nothing, dog. It was messed up, right? I had a pain crisis in that joint, right? So we was off of lockdown by this time. I had a pain crisis, you feel me? So I'm in that joint, I wake up, I'm in pain. I go to the CO like, hey, can I go, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I go to medical? I have sickle cell, I'm having a pain crisis, I need to go see medical. It's an African CO, y'all. Like, this wench is the devil. I asked her, can I go to the medical? She say no. Remind you, she behind a glass in a wall. It's called a bubble. So I went and wrote it on a piece of paper. I need to go to medical. So I put it up against the paper like this. She look at it, no, face squared up. She telling me to lock in, right? I'm like, no, I'm not locking in. So I sat on the table in the day room from 9:30 to 6 in the morning, right? Listen, y'all, this how crazy it is. 2 COs come in and do count, right? They come in and do count. They asked me, they're like, why you out here? Like, why you? I'm like, man, I asked this lady, can I go to medical? She ain't trying to call medical for me. So they like, what's wrong? These black Americans, they like, what's wrong? I'm like, look, I got sickle cell. I'm having a pain crisis. I asked her, can I go to medical? She ain't trying to take me to medical. So they telling her, like, they getting on her, like, he need to go to medical, like, call medical so he could go to medical. They come in, do count, they bounce, right? About an hour later, the sergeant come in to check the mailbox. So he come in and check the mailbox. He like, hey, man, he see me sitting on the table. He like, hey, man, remind you, everybody else locked in. Everybody else in their cells. My cellie here in the cell and all that. So he like, hey, man, like, what's going on? I'm like, man, I got sickle cell. I've been asking the CO, can she, you know what I'm saying, call medical for me? She told me no, she ain't trying to call medical for me. So he like, oh, man, I'll take you down to medical. He said, I just got to get all the mail and stuff out of the boxes, then I come back and get you to take you to medical. So I'm like, all right, cool. You feel me? He come to me, like, I'm talking about, I'm sitting on the table, I'm me. He come right here to my face and say, hey, man. He like, real low, y'all. Hey, man. He like, I got a piece of metal that's missing. And if you find it for me, or if you know where it's at, I got a huge reward for you. I'm like, what? He like, yeah. He like, it's a piece of metal missing. And if you find it for me, or if you know where it's at, I got a huge reward for you. I'm like, man, bro, I need to go to medical. He like, oh, okay. Well, think about it for me. He left, told me he was coming back, ain't never came back, y'all. Ain't never came back. I'm in that joint, now I'm in that joint bucking, right? So the lady, she leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning, so, cause her shift ended. So the new CO that's coming, you know what I'm saying, to do watch, he came to do count. So when he leaving out, I leave behind him and go into the Sally port. So she getting mad at him. Remind this is a white dude, y'all. I lie to you not. The man probably about 5 feet tall. I'm 6'5". He probably about 5 feet tall. So he like, she telling him to make me go back into the day room so he could come out the side port and so she could leave. So I'm like, nah. I'm like, man, look, bro. I said, like, I ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't disrespect you or nothing like that. I said, but I'm not leaving because I've been asking this BITCH since 9:30 last night. Can I go to medical? And I'm still sitting here. So he like, look, man, I'm here for 12 hours. He said, I'm gonna make sure you get the medical. Just go in there and lock in for me. I'm like, no, I've been hearing that all night. You feel me? I said, the sergeant told me, the 2 COs came in here and said something about me going to medical. I still ain't been to medical. I'm not doing nothing. So she mad, y'all, because she trying to leave and go home. So I'm standing there for a good 30 minutes. So he can't leave out the Saudi port, because if he leave out the Saudi port, it's another door that will open up and I can leave out the unit, right? So he like, come on, man, just please. Like she banging on the glass. Man, Kim, go lock in. Put him in there. I'm looking at her. I'm like, man. I say man because I'm mad. And now, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my jail mode. You feel me? So I'm acting like a jailer. I'm cutting her out. I'm like, B, I ain't locking in nowhere. Woo-de-woo. I done told you I need to go to medical. So she mad, y'all. Like, she in that joint so mad, like, she ready to cry. You feel me? So I'm like, man, forget that. So he like, man, please. He like, look. He like, buddy, I'm going to be in here all day for 12, 15 hours. He said, I will make sure you get the medical. So I'm like, all right, I ain't going to lie. I was tired, y'all, because I told you I've been sitting there from 9:30 to 6 o'clock in the morning. So I went back in the cell, laid down for a little minute, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you another thing, right? Like, you know, in jail, the top supposed to come out and do their little rec time. Then they make the top lock in, and then the bottom come out and do their little rec time. Well, everybody, the top and the bottom was out because they call it bipping the door, right? So they make you go in, lock in, right? They lock the door behind you, right? But everybody, I lie you not, if it was 20 sales, 18 of them drinks was bip. They called it bip. Where though you can basically put something in the door and you can let yourself out the door. So even if they lock you in the door, you can come out and be on if you down bottom, you could be on a top rec time. If you up top, you could be on the bottom rec time. So it was 40 people out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody supposed to be locked in. Everybody was out. You feel me? So I went in, locked in, laid down for like an hour, went to sleep, woke back up. It was the top rec time. I bipped the door, came outside. Hey, bro, like, what's up? He like, oh, I'm gonna call him again. They were trying to BS me, right? So I finally get the medical. The nurse and the doctor asked me, she like, well, how long are you supposed to be here with us? Because I don't see it in the system where, like, you have a release date or a court date. Remind you, I had a court date for February 2nd, but it was not in the court. I mean, it was not in the jail system. So I had to put a 118 form in for classification to tell classification. Matter of fact, I got a 118 form. I had a 118 form and I had a sick call. I'll show y'all what they do in jail. So she like, yeah, like we don't see it in the system nowhere where you go to court or you got a release date. So I'm like, nah, I got a court date for February 2nd. Oh, here go the 118 form. This right here is a 118 form, y'all. Hold on, let me turn around so y'all can see it. This is a 118 form, right? So I had to put one in for classification. All that, right? Gotta put your MAID number in. My MAID number was 479968. So I had to use that to make these little forms and all that. So I had to write to classification and tell them, hey, I got a court date for February 2nd, but it's not in y'all system. So the classification lady, let me tell y'all how effed up Baltimore County Jail is, right? Now this lady that's in classification, a big, I ain't even gonna do it. She big as shit though. Probably about 6 feet, right? She ain't doing nothing for. She only doing stuff for the people that she rocking with. You feel me? If she ain't rocking with you, she basically ain't messing with you. So I go up there after I put this the 118 drain in the mailbox or whatever. I see her a week later, so I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm Javon with the Woo. You know what I'm saying? She like, oh, I'm glad. Matter of fact, I want y'all to see this. Look, I took everything because I want y'all to see this, man. I took everything with me, right? Where is that? This is the 118 form I done filled out to the lady. Hey, I got a court date February 2nd, and it shows on case search, but not in the jail system. I need y'all to put it in y'all system so I won't miss court. She say, done. Thank you for a reminder. Why am I reminding you of your job, lady? Like, this is something you supposed to be doing your damn self. Why am I reminding you to do your job? Right? But like I said, she only rocking with certain people in there. And if you ain't a part of one of them certain people, she ain't rocking with you. So if I didn't put that 118 form in, y'all, I would have missed court and probably would have been in there sitting there another 2 months, right? I had to show y'all this. This is deodorant, y'all. This is state deodorant. This is a brand new I didn't use. This is state deodorant, right? This stuff makes your arms stink even more, right? This is state soap. I bought all this because I said my man told me I met some good people in jail. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I met some real good people. You know, people in Baltimore don't like people from PG County. But I met some good men in there, right? This is state toothpaste, right? State toothpaste. State soap. I had my I don't know what I did, but I probably left it in my bag when I left. But this is state toothpaste, y'all. People was using these for a shower drink because the water in there is shooting out a certain way. So people was in that drink using that for a shower head, right? But we got put on lockdown a couple more times, right? Last time we got put on lockdown is because about 5 or 6 people checked in. And what I mean they checked in, 5 or 6 people said they was a, you know what I'm saying, they was in fear for their life, that they didn't feel safe being on a unit and whatever. You feel me? I don't know what happened. Feel me? But it was 5 people, y'all, and less than 24 hours that checked in. You feel me? Now, I'm explaining to y'all. Yeah, they wanted to protect the custody. Listen, they got 4 phones in there, right? The first phone is the Muslim phone. I mean, the first phone is the civilian phone. The second phone is the Muslim phone, and the 2 last phones is the J phone. The J's are the it's a gang out Baltimore. I think it's BGF, Black Gorilla Family or something like that. You feel me? I'm using the civilian phone and the Muslim phone. You feel me? Like, that's who I was chilling with in the jail. I was chilling with the Muslims. Not for no protection or nothing like that. I'm in there chilling with the Muslims because the big Muslim in that joint is my man from around my neighborhood where I grew up from. So when I first get on the unit, I'm looking at him. I'm like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you know somebody, but you don't want to go up to him and be like, man, I know you, know what I'm saying? Like, I know you feel me? So I see him when I first come in the drink, like, man, this dude look real familiar. Dude was from my neighborhood around Whitfield Chopper Road. So he said he ended up saying something to me like 2 days later. He seen me out there joint chilling, whatever, but he like, hey, he looked at me, he like, hey, he like, you trying to use the phone? I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was after 7 o'clock. I'm like, man, my girl at work, you know what I'm saying? My mother, I already talked to her. I'm like, I ain't gotta use it. So he like, all right, bet. He like, man, look, if you need to use the phone, use 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, he was upstairs. So I walked upstairs. I'm like, man, let me holler at you real quick. I'm like, man, I said, you be out PG? He like, yeah. He like, that's where I'm from. I'm like, man, that's where I'm from. He said, I'm from Lanham. I said, man, I'm from Lanham. But we ended up chopping it up. Whole time, he from around my way. I knew I seen him, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't want he out Baltimore, so I ain't want to come and like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we ended up chilling in that joint and everything. I'm chilling with the Muslims. One of my bunk buddies was a Muslim. He went home though in a box. He was a Muslim. My man from around the way, he was a Muslim. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in that joint chilling with a couple of people. Like, my man Charles, free him. He's still locked up. He probably won't come home. Hopefully he'll come home March. And I was chilling with a white boy named James. James cool as shit, man. Like, I'm bringing James to my channel when he get out, y'all. Because James cool as shit. So I'm in there chilling with them, right? Now, remind y'all, I'm in there by myself. You feel me? I'm from another county. Even though my man was from another county, he been in there though. You feel me? Like, he was in there for months already. You know what I'm saying? So he already established. So I'm in that drink chilling. But I'm gonna say this: like, people from Baltimore don't like people from DC. I ain't had no problem with nobody, but it was people in that drink that were trying. It was inmates in there that were trying to be the police, right? They tell you lockdown because they say feed up coming. Feed up means breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You feel me? Feed up here, lock in. So if you ain't locking in, what they want you to do is go in your cell, shut the door behind you. But it's other inmates that's out there, right? The J dudes, they mainly them, you feel me? And it wasn't even all of them. It was one. It was one dude. He wanted to act like he was a damn CO. You feel me? So he like, me and my man Charles out there standing, they sitting there saying feed up, but me and my man Charles hiding behind the steps. Like, can't nobody see us but dude that want to be a CO. You feel me? He an inmate, but he want to play the CO game. You feel me? Like, you got inmates that try and play CO games. You feel me? So he like, hey, like he said it out loud. Hey y'all, I appreciate all the good brothers that locked in and whoop the whoop, and that a third. Man, Charles still talking. We ain't paying the dude no attention. Remind you, my birthday August 2nd. Charles' birthday August 5th. I think that's why me and him clicked so tight. But Charles like a couple of years older than me. You feel me? So man, Charles sitting there talking. Then he want direct it. He want direct it to us. Hey, good brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, I appreciate if y'all go lock in. I'm like, bro, we about to lock in. So he like, huh? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bro, we about to lock in. Like, you ain't gotta tell us to lock in. You feel me? So but what I'm saying is, remind this is a dude that I ain't vibe with from the time he got there. You feel me? So he like, huh? I'm like, bro, you ain't gotta tell us to lock in. We about to go lock in. Like, we know what's up, bro. Like, you ain't gotta tell us nothing. He like, oh man, so he like, what you got a problem? What you want to lock in or something? What you got a problem with me? I'm like, Shawty, I don't even know you. I told him just like this. I don't even know you. Why the hell I want to lock in with you for? Lock in means you going in the cell to fight somebody, right? Why would I want to lock in with you, bro? You sitting here playing the police games. You sitting here telling somebody, I appreciate all the good brother lock in, right? This dude was a cold bammer, y'all. He had some, I guess it was his first pair of ethical draws. The dude had a bush and had the ethical draws on his head, like he done got his head done. Man, couldn't nobody set me up, Robbie. I was in that joint. Like I said, I'm just trying to make it to my court day, man. That's probably what he was trying to do. But remind you, when I said the two dudes came in from the unit, he was one of the dudes. Him and the dude that came in with him, they both went in cell 9. He wasn't the dude that brought the mop in there, but his cellmate was the one that brought the mop in there. You feel me? So ever since that day, I wasn't rocking with him because I'm like, man, we got put on lockdown because of y'all. Point blank, period. What did you eat in Baltimore? I ain't gonna lie to you. The best meals that they got is shit on the shingle and the bird. You get the bird every Sunday. You feel me? Shit on the shingle is a breakfast tray. It's basically like it's gravy. It's basically like, how I want to say it. Shit on the shingle is basically like, damn, cream chip beef. That's basically what it is. So it's basically cream chip beef. Were the two best meals that I ate in that joint. I had commissary. So I was in there making hookups. I had money on my phone, you feel me? So I'm calling my girl. Remind y'all, I turned myself in on December 6th, and I ain't get out till February 2nd. I missed my son's first birthday. I done missed Christmas, and I missed New Year's, y'all. So I'm in that joint mad as hell. Yeah, the one that locked me up, when that girl was out there tripping, Robbie, he seen me the other day. And when he seen me, he looked at me like I was a ghost. He seen me in the truck or whatever. He looked at me like I was a ghost. He looking like had his face squirted up and all that. He rolled past. I just put my middle finger up at him. But yeah, man, I need me a new camera, y'all. Anybody want to donate to the channel? Help me get a new camera so I could be back out there. Y'all check my description out in the video. Y'all can donate to my Cash App or my PayPal. I really appreciate it. But I'll be back when I be back. I'm back though, y'all. December 6th to February 2nd. That's how long I was locked up. Yeah. And this is my biggest issue. I don't know what y'all thought I was about to get life or something. Like I wasn't about to come back out here on the streets. I guess they said, oh, we gonna sit him down for a couple of months. When he get back out, he ain't gonna want to record. That's why I took my mugshot like that. Like this petty ass charge. Feel me? But yeah, y'all, if y'all want to donate to the channel, link is in my description. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. I see y'all when I see y'all. You already know it, Robbie. Hey, Robbie, I'm gonna hit you up though, man.